past weekend, Jordan Peele's brand new movie, Us, hit theaters, and it had a record-breaking opening weekend for an original horror film with $70 million. And for all the people I know who saw this movie, they were left with a lot of burning questions, and they seemed to be confused with how the ending was. So in today's video, I'm going to explain the ending on exactly what went down with Adelaide, and also I'm going to share with you the burning questions that I still have. So if you guys have not seen this movie, I suggest you click away because this video is going to contain a bunch of spoilers. And with all that being said, we are starting things off with the ending explained. When you are watching this movie, in order to understand the ending, you really have to pay attention to the beginning because it shows Adelaide as a young girl who's Lupita Nyong'o's character, and she's with her family at Santa Cruz, and she ends up wandering away from her family, going into the House of Mirrors, and she ends up meeting her tethered for the first time. Well, it comes out at the end of the movie that her tethered and her were actually switched right then, and there's a lot of little nooks and crannies throughout the movie that you get to kind of really start to see that. We first get the hints of this is when we finally meet the tethered, and when we see Lupita Nyong'o's tethered, she's there and she's the only one who talks. All the other tethered all makes kind of weird noises, and they honestly seem like an animal rather than a person. And Adelaide's tethered is the only one who talks, who has a very, very creepy voice, if I might add, but she's the only one who talks, and she seems to be the one in charge of all the tethered throughout the nation. There's also another big clue that Adelaide and her tethered was switched at a young age when her son Jason, his tethered, is standing there and starts walking backwards, following Jason, and he's walking backward into a burning car on fire and burns to death, and she starts freaking out, screaming, "No, no," and starts freaking out. And when you're watching it, at first you're kind of like, why is she freaking out? Until the end of the movie, you're like, oh my god, now it's all making sense. That is a big clue that, again, that her and her tethered was switched because that is the tethered's actual baby. And when we get to the end of the movie, Lupita Nyong'o and her tethered are having a one-on-one fight. Adelaide, we know, is trying to kill the original Adelaide from when they were little girls when they switched, trying to kill her so her secret is forever gone and no one will ever know that. But when she is going to kill her, her tethered is telling her the whole story on how everything happened, how she was a mastermind, and how she's the only one who talked because she was a little girl and could talk. She ended up being the leader of all the tethered, telling that whole story to Adelaide while her son was in the cabinet the whole time looking at it. Therefore, when the son looks at the mom with his mask on at the end of the movie and pulls his mask down because he's looking at her concerned, because Jason now knows that his mom was actually a tethered who switched with what would have been his real mother. And so that's kind of the ending explained for you in a shorter, briefer version. Now we're going to the burning questions that I still have about the movie. Why didn't the tethered come up sooner? They've been under the tunnels the whole time, and then one day they all finally come up. Why then? Why not sooner? Why not later? Why at the time they did? Never was really clear. Also, why didn't Adelaide's family's tethered kill them right away? They were honestly seen there to haunt them and torture them rather than kill them. When you go to Adelaide's family's friends, they are right there and they meet the tethered one time and they get killed instantly. So why did Adelaide's families torture them the entire time? I get they're the main characters of the movie, but why not kill them right away? And my last burning question I have, and this one has been eating me alive because I have not found an answer for it anywhere, is that when the tethered are downstairs copying exactly what the people are doing upstairs, but kind of a different opposite way, the upstairs are walking around skipping, having fun. Downstairs it looks like they're having a miserable time. It shows them copying exactly, but when the tethered goes up, why don't they do it? They go up there and they kill their people right away, but also then it shows Jason and his tethered copying each other. So it seemed kind of off-putting and also very confusing because sometimes they copy each other, sometimes they wouldn't. So why didn't they just do that the whole time? Why didn't they stick to that the whole time? So there's my burning questions for you. Make sure you guys go down in the comment section. If you guys have an answer for me, go down there. Tell me, hey man, this is wrong, or hey this. Or if you guys agree with my questions, then let's talk about it. Try to figure it out together. Or if you guys have all the answers and you got it all down, you're Jordan Peele himself, go down there and share them with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do me a favor and go see a movie, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!